So I'm pretty sure everyone was rugged many times. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can spot those rugs, how you can spot those bundles, what to look at, and how essentially you can stay safe on chain. Let's say we're gonna start off with some random token that I see already on the screen that this is the Rugpull. So you can see essentially they have 22% snipers. You can see some of the icons that are crucial. You can see them on Bullock. So Bullock is like one of the best platforms where you can identify those potential rugs. So let's click on it, and you can see basically first thing you can see is the chart. So like whenever you see the chart like that, you cannot buy because it's just simply not organic. Someone is manipulating it. So you can go to, for instance, holders, and one of these ways you can identify it, like whenever you see the def is holding plus 10% in the supply, it's definitely very risky to get into it. He bought around 50% of the entire supply, and now he is clipping it. He bought very similar amounts. So you can see 300, you can see 365, 367. The amount is pretty similar, and you can see the percentage wise also is very similar that they have. So there's like pretty much no organic holders. The dev and all of his size wallets are pretty much the same person. So the same person is essentially handling the entire token. You can also see really important are the icons. So Bullock is great for letting you know what kind of platform they use. So right now you can see those wallets doesn't have any icon, where in most cases you will see other icons like Bullocks, like Photon. You're gonna see those sparkles, like Trojan bot. There's also GMGN, there's Axiom that they don't support yet, there's also Nova or Bonk bot. So in this case, it could be a Bonk bot or it could be other bundling bot. So we don't know that because we don't have icons, but I guess one of those two in my opinion. So let's say we're gonna open up any random token and we can have a look on the holders, and you'll see that some people, they usually have one or two icons. Like for example, you can see this guy has Trojan bot, this guy has Bullocks. This one has sparkles, so probably this is the Photon. So it looks like that. And some of these wallets, whenever you see like no icon, it's definitely something to consider. Not saying all of the no icons holders are the rug pullers, but maybe it could be Axiom, could be Bonk bot, or could be an other bot as well. Bullocks mainly supports the top 3-4, and the rest is unknown. But in many cases, when you see like people don't have any icons or the pattern repeats itself, like let's say they have Trojan, Bullocks, and Sparkles, and they all look pretty much the same, it's definitely very sus. So for instance, you can see for this token, the chart looks really manipulated. You can see the dev doesn't have any supply in this case, but you can see how the chart looks like. So the dev bought huge candle to 1 mil, then it dumped, and then the dev was slowly buying and selling. And you can see on these icons, so Trojan, Bullocks, Sparkles, and all of them look pretty much the same. And look at the supply. So the supply that he bought is like 11.5k, and it's like pretty much all the same. And the supply also, so 1.4%, 1.39%. So the supply is very similar. The icons are similar. You can also see on the balances. So if you're gonna look on the soul balance, it usually is very similar too, but sometimes you're gonna see more sophisticated bundles. So let's say we're gonna go ahead to that wallet and we're gonna go to SoulScan. So now we are on the SoulScan. You wanna go to transfers and you wanna see on the total transactions. So you can see he has 1,000 transactions, and you might think this might be a wallet, let's say a month old, 2 months old, 3 months old. But if you go to the last page, you'll see that this wallet was created 4 days ago. So you always want to look at it because those bots, they might be sending like fake transactions to essentially boost the count of the transactions on the wallet. So you might think like this is an older wallet, right? But in reality, it's not always the case. You want to go and see when the wallet was essentially created. So whenever you see chart like that, you shouldn't be buying because it's like simply playing with fire. Sometimes when you're gonna look on new creations, you're gonna see that the chart is moving extremely slow, like not like in this case. So in this case, it's moving pretty quick, but sometimes you're gonna see that the chart is like moving one candle after like, let's say 30 seconds, another candle, and the another candle, and it's like moving slowly creeping up. That means this is probably a bundle, more sophisticated, and you wanna check into those wallets. So how you wanna check those wallets? You just want to go to holders, or you want to go to the trades, and then you wanna open up the wallet that is buying those you wanna see those similar patterns. You wanna open up the wallet. Like, let's say this guy bought. We're not talking about this specific chart, but I'm just explaining you how the scam works. So essentially, you wanna go open up the TX that was buying. Maybe let's say the amount was like 1 sol, and you can see the pattern repeat after, like, let's say 30 seconds. Someone bought another 1 sol. Sometimes they might be changing those sol amounts. So you might think this is the different person, but you can still see that those icons will be very similar. So sometimes it might be only icon, sometimes it might be any other bot. So you just want to know how to do that. So you want to be on SolScan and you want to go to that wallet that sent the transaction. You want to go to transfers, and if you see the wallet is going to have around, like, let's say 10, 20 transactions, that's probably another new fresh wallet that was funded basically to do a rug pull. So you want to go to the last page and you want to see when the wallet was funded from. You can see that basically over here. And then if you're gonna click on it, it might be wallet funded from Binance or Kraken or OKX or whatever different exchange. So when you're gonna see the pattern repeats itself for many wallets, you definitely don't want to be buying into that token. When it also comes to bundles, there's a perfect tool you can use. If you don't want to do that the manual way, you can click on the bubble maps. So that will show you essentially how much of the entire supply is bundled. Where if you're gonna click on it, you can see that one address has a cluster of 61%. So if you're gonna go to holders, you can see that the dev is holding that, and if the dev is going to distribute that, and let's say the dev supply is going to decrease to, like, let's say 5%, you're still gonna see that the entire cluster is 61% because everything is on chain. So a bubble map is going to tell you that. And you're gonna see this bubble connected with many different bubbles. Okay, so we talk about the dev bundles. We also talk about the holders. So for instance, in this case, you can essentially see how the chart is moving. Is basically one huge candle up, and then the chart is slowly moving upwards. And if you're gonna scroll down below, you can see all of these icons are marked as the insider, where they didn't buy anything. So you can see they have this 0 amount, 0 sold, and all of them, they have a pretty similar supply. So 3%, 2.7, and it definitely doesn't look organic. Look at those balances. All of these wallets are fresh, and all of these icons are marked as the insiders. Now, when it comes to snipers, sometimes you're gonna see those icons here as well. Like, for example, sniper, let's say plus 10%. Whenever you see that there are many snipers, it's definitely really risky to get into it, because those snipers probably bought along with the dev, and they definitely are going to dump on you. Sometimes it might look more sophisticated, so it might be harder to recognize the pattern. But you definitely want to use those icons because they help quite a lot if you want to distinguish rug pulls from the legitimate tokens. So it's definitely really useful. Like, for example, in this case, you can see that 12 snipers hold 35% of the entire supply. So we're going to click on it. And then if we're going to go to holders, and then you're gonna open it up. Those wallets, again, very similar amount and very similar amount that they bought, and the supply is also very similar. None of them sold it yet. When they're gonna sell, they're probably going to nuke it in one candle, or they might slowly selling it. And you're gonna see those sniper icons over here, so you can see how they're manipulating the chart right now. Many of these wallets, they send very tiny amount of sol to essentially pump the chart a little bit higher. So you can see how this looks like. So he bought like 0.01 sol, 0.01 sol, 0.01 sol, and they just pumping the chart. So more people that aren't aware of the rug pulls, they're gonna be start buying it, and whenever they're happy with the profits, this guy is going to dump it. And as you can see, as I'm recording, this guy nuked the entire supply. So we pretty much talk about everything, about the dev, about the bundles, snipers, holders, how to distinguish those rat holders, funding wallet, how you can check for the funding wallet, the types of charts, whether the chart is manipulated, more sophisticated, or the dev bought the entire supply. And also we're talking about the bubble map. So that's pretty much it, and what you need to know about how to avoid those rug pulls. And if you guys think the video is useful, let me know in the comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.